Your boy is buying more Tesla tomorrow. Guys, Tesla is getting extremely oversold. In today's video, I want to talk about Tesla's current price value. The stock has been falling quite a bit lately, especially today. It is down nearly 12%. In today's video, we're going to talk about why the stock is down and why your boy is buying some more shares, man, because this thing is looking super cheap. Share your comments below on where you think Tesla's headed next. Be sure you stay tuned throughout the entire video because I'll be sure to provide you guys some price targets as well. So like I said, guys, Tesla's getting absolutely clapped lately, okay? It's been getting killed. The price is super low right now. It's approaching $100. Now, a few things that I'm thinking is Tesla, first of all, it was always overvalued, like many other stocks, okay? We can refer to the PE ratio for this, but a couple key things as to why it sold off today is relating to its delivery numbers. It kind of came short on these delivery numbers, but you always got to think big picture when you're thinking long-term investment. None of this is financial advice. I want to talk about the news a little bit here, and then we'll jump into a technical analysis, and I'll give you guys the price targets for both the upside and the downside, just in case we see a little bit more of that. So like I said, man, Tesla, man, this thing is getting clapped. Oh my goodness gracious. Tesla reports 1.31 million deliveries in 2022, growth of 40% over last year. Hold on, what? Guys, this is a pretty good headline in my opinion. Now, they came short on deliveries. This is kind of the whole emphasis as to why Tesla's down today. If we quickly look at the chart here, Tesla, you can see it traded 1% lower in the after hours here as the making of this video. And as of today, it closed down 12.24%. So it's tremendously down. Again, a couple reasons is because it's overvalued and they missed a little delivery number. In my opinion, every reaction in the stock market tends to be an overreaction. So with that, I believe this is simply an overreaction. Let's dive into the details here. In the fourth quarter, Tesla reported deliveries of 405,278 vehicles and production of 439,701 vehicles. First of all, guys, that is tremendous. These are huge numbers. Guys, this automotive company is brand new. They first started coming out with cars back in 2013. Let's not forget about that. I've seen arguments with like, oh, well, Ford or Volkswagen, the revenue generation, all this. Okay, let's talk about that. Guys, those companies have been around for decades. Tesla came out with the Model S, right? Available to the public in 2013. Crazy numbers, not even comparable. In 2021, Tesla reported 308,600 vehicle deliveries in the fourth quarter and full year deliveries of around 936,172 vehicles. So last year alone, they delivered nearly 1 million vehicles to the world. That is insane. This is a brand new company, essentially. Okay, so they're killing it still. We got to remember that when we're thinking long term with a company like this. Now, the problem with this 405,000 vehicle delivery is that Wall Street was expecting something a little bit higher here. And Tesla was kind of iterating that they would report a better number as well. So when you come short on that, obviously, you're going to get hit pretty hard for it. So Wall Street had them projected around 427,000 for the final quarter of the year. And we came out with 405,000. Sure. Okay, you're 20,000 short. Yes, that's significant, especially when you tell the market one thing, right? Because they're already pricing that in. All the investors are pricing that in. But if you think about it holistically, man, that's a lot of damn vehicles. 1.31 million in 1 year alone. Guys, that's crazy. Back-to-back years, we've delivered over 2 million vehicles in the last 2 calendar years. Phenomenal. And on top of that, they're talking about their 2 new factories, man. They got one in Austin, Texas and one in Brandenburg, Germany. So they're continuously expanding in the background. They're continuously becoming more lean in their manufacturing in the background. Cars will become more abundant and more affordable in the background. So they're constantly pushing and you constantly see results being produced. The main thing I'm seeing with this is speculation around Elon's focus right now, right? Because he's been kind of focused on Twitter in the midst of finding a new CEO. So let's not forget about that. A lot of the investors are like, hey man, you're spending too much time on Twitter. Come back over to Tesla. But it's still producing results, guys. Long term, this looks great still, in my opinion. They're doing fine. They were a little bit overvalued for quite a long time. They kind of, overwhelmed their stay, and that's why the price is seeing the snowball effect, right? Starting to roll down the hill, becoming cheaper and cheaper, and that's why your boy is looking for some juicy opportunity. In today's main headline that just came out, Tesla shares tumble more than 12% following delivery report. So we don't really need to reiterate this point. We already know the main reason of why today's price action happened, but from a high level, this whole snowball effect, okay, Elon's focusing a little bit too much on Twitter. Sure, needs a wake-up call. We missed deliveries by a little bit, okay, and the stock has been overvalued for some time. Got it. All those things are starting to come to play. They all kind of happen at once, and now we have this snowball effect. With that being said, I still think it holistically looks pretty cheap. So with all this in mind, right, we talked about the Twitter, we talked about the deliveries, we talked about the valuation. What are your opinions on Tesla going forward? I expect a rocky year ahead, right? Rocky economic conditions. The stock market might see more downside, this, that, and the third. But looking at Tesla holistically as a company, we're talking 5 to 10 years out. Are you really that bearish on the company? Are you really willing to bet against Elon Musk? This man has proved everything to y'all, okay? I don't know how much more he needs to prove, and he's just going to simply do it nonetheless of what anybody else thinks. This guy's a true pioneer, and obviously he's one of my favorites. I think he's going to do well with this company if he hasn't already. Again, 2013 is when the first Model S came out. So let's just bear all that in mind as we're looking for buying opportunities with Tesla. I'm not going to be too upset if I get Tesla today for $103 a share versus, let's say it goes down further, it's like $80 a share. The main reason is because one day in the future, when it's hundreds of dollars of shares again, I don't think I'll be too upset if my average was $103 a share or $80 a share, right? It's, not too big of a margin there. That's the way I'm kind of approaching this. What I want to do next for you guys is dive into my charts here. We'll go over some quick price analysis on the stock, look at where the price could be headed next, maybe reference the market. I'll give you guys some price targets for both the upside and downside so we can be ready for both situations. Be sure to follow through this entire part here also so you guys know how exactly I'm finding these price targets to help yourselves as well. Let's go, baby. So Tesla, man, this thing is taking an absolute beating, man. $108 a share. Again, we're getting near that $100 level. Now, I want to zoom out here real quick, okay? When in doubt, zoom out. This is the higher time frame for Tesla. This is the daily chart. Every candle here represents 1 day's worth of trading, okay? So this has been the last couple of years for Tesla. Now, I've been reiterating in my videos that we had a little bit of this head and shoulders pattern. There's your neckline. It does look like we are satisfying that pattern right now, right? We're breaking down below, right? Expressing some of that movement in the price action. It's just been a little bit aggressive lately, and we talked about those contributing factors. So I still think the price, right? Everything's making sense from a technical standpoint. Now, my last video, I highlighted some key levels with Tesla. I talked about $104.48 being one price target, and I also talked about $95.97 being another price target. So in this video, I'll start off with covering those top side price targets, and then we'll update the bottom side as well, but some of these will still be relevant. However, I just want to bring home the point that I did mention we could see some more downside in each and every video. I always will. Why? Because the economic conditions, right? The market still looks like we have some more selling off. This is projected to be the recession year or something. I'd argue we've been in a recession for some time to come. Comment down below though, guys. Honestly, I want to hear from you, your opinions on Tesla. Do you think it can go further down? And then what's your opinion on the market? Do you think we have more downside? How much more though, right? Is it just going to dip a little bit lower and then make a recovery? Is it going to be choppy all year? I want to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear everyone else's opinions here. Just so your boy just ain't the only one in the game right now. So going back to Tesla real quick here, let's dive out these price targets real quick. I'll let you guys go for the rest of the evening so you guys can dial up them juicy, cheap shares. First of all, looking at the raw price action here. Let's just talk from a high level. Now, we've been selling out for so long that this thing is getting extremely oversold, right? Supply and demand will kick in at some point. There's going to be people that see this, like myself, that say, hey, this is looking pretty damn cheap relative to the price it's been at in the past. Right now, that's the case. This thing has been floating, right, for some time in the hundreds of dollars range. There is an indicator, however, we can defer to if you want to learn a little bit about how to use it. It's known as the relative strength index. So it's called the RSI. So on the RSI, when you're looking at this indicator here, there's going to be a range, okay? The typical is at the 70 and the 30. So you'll sit in this range here. Anytime you're at the 70 or above, you're considered like overbought, right? Anytime you're at the 30 or below, you're considered oversold. So supply and demand, when something's overbought, right? I'm not looking to buy it necessarily because it might be not at the best value. When it's oversold, I'm looking more than, baby, because it's looking pretty damn cheap. If we look at this right now, man, Tesla is at about 25.15 on the RSI indicator on the daily chart. When you're in the higher time frame, it carries a lot more weight. This damn thing is looking cheap. However, I want to be really careful with this current price action because we could see a little bit more downside, even though it is relatively oversold. The main reason is because this candle right here, the body of this candle closing below this level right here, that is not the best sign we want to see. That is kind of confirming that we're breaking a little bit further down, and then the volume supporting that as well, right? Nice strong seller volume today. So if we do see a little bit more downside, it is what it is, but I do think we will see relief soon, just in my opinion. It's just getting so cheap, baby. Let's talk about those price targets next year. So let's cover the upside first, and then I'll let you guys go. Here's the deal, man. Let's dial in 1 hour chart. Okay, we're gonna start on the 1 hour chart. The main reason I'm looking here is because you guys can refer to this video for the rest of the week. I'm not just leaving you hanging. It's not like, oh, I missed yesterday's video, this isn't relevant anymore. No, I won't do that to you guys. I'll make sure this is good for you for the entire week, or at least that's my goal, right? So this previous floor is what I want to watch, where we have some common highs up here, right? That's a significant level that puts us at about $123.70. That's going to be a significant resistance level I want to break to. I can easily see price running up to it and at least, you know, testing here, right? I can see it, you know, trying to see if it wants to get back out past this level, or I can simply see it, right, rejecting as well. There's a couple scenarios there, but I definitely know that will be an area of interest where the price might see a little bit of struggle. And then next above that, that key significant high, we're going to go ahead and watch this one up here. We're going to place that at $129.75. So watch those two key price levels on the way up if we do start relieving here and find a little bit of a bounce. Let's talk about the downside next. So first of all, this won't be a price target, but if we do break this current floor that we're at about $104.22, we're going to start looking down below a little bit, okay? That's a big level. It can send us tumbling down just a little bit more. So if we do start tumbling down, what are those other price targets? So looking over here, if we do break that floor that I just mentioned, I'm going to be looking right away at that 102.67 level. That is a pretty key support level that we need to watch on the way down. And then just below that bad boy, we're going to be looking at $100. That's a big psychological level. And then just below $100, we're going to be looking at that 95.67. Okay, especially right here, 95.67. You can call it 95.73 as well. Either one of those levels. The main reason is we have a common support here. I think that could hold us up. Now, me personally, I trade Tesla. Okay, I look at it all the time. If you want to follow along with trade signals, if you want to learn my strategy on how I trade it, all you got to do, baby, is check out that link in the description to access my private Discord. Okay, at least check it out. There's no harm, no foul there. Check it out, see if you're interested. If it's not for you, it's not for you. I highly encourage it. But what you can do is hit that like and hit that subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss another Tesla video, baby. I got you covered all throughout each and every week. That's all I got for today, guys. I'll catch you in the next video.